Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It is almost the full moon here. I'm actually recording in Canada on the day before the full moon. It is January 31st. I have not been able to get as many recordings done as I would have liked, just with everything going on in the planet. Ultimately, we have 5 or 6 planets now in Aquarius. We are officially, very officially in the Aquarian age, which is revolutionary. And you can see that. You can feel that both planetarily and also in the US, especially in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We've had not one, but 2 people die at the hands of ice there. And this isn't politics anymore. This is a revolution. This is humanity changing and responding to the astrology, as above, so below, as within, so without. And I come to you to share the runes to help you heal, to help you what we call divination. Our pagan ancestors were all about divination, talking to the full moon, the new moon, asking for help and guidance from the ancestors, including the runes. The runes have been around since 50 CE, at least in our conscious awareness. They were discovered in ancient Germany, what would be called ancient Germany, and have been making a comeback. And I'm so humbled and grateful to be a runes reader and actively supporting people on this time on the planet in a planetary awakening. So this weekend, especially since I have events every day and I have travel. I'm going to Minneapolis on Monday. I do have events. I do want to make I'll leave you aware. You can go to magdalenagrace.com. Just real quick announcements. I have events for sure planned the 7th, the 13th, and the 21st in Minneapolis for women's circles. And I'm also available to teach and do some other things for free to help people in the community. So please, if you are in Minneapolis or you know someone who's a leader, a speaker, teacher, coach, yoga instructor, yoga studio owner, corporate wellness, HR director, church leader, pastor, I would love to be in connection with them. So email me at info@magdalenagrace.com or simply go to my website, www.magdalenagrace.com, if you would like to participate in any of my in-person events or even connect while I'm there. And then, of course, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Misty Magdalena Grace, a runes reader and an alchemist. I call myself a soul liberation guide, helping you wake up to your truth. Remember who you truly are and really manifest your best health and wealth and relationships through your best wisdom, not what your parents said or the patriarchy said or your teachers or institution said, the government said. It's about really remembering who you truly are. And that's the key to healing. That's the key to being the change you want to see on the planet. Yes, am I going to peacefully protest when I'm in Minneapolis? Hell yeah. And the best I can actually be and do and have in the change on the planet is to continue my own healing journey. I am right there with you. I'm still angered by these things. I'm still sad and there's some fear, all of this stuff I've been processing through this first month of 2026. And we're still in the year of the snake. We're still shedding. So the runes are here to help you work through some unconscious stuff, to remove the blockages and the uncertainty and the fear and the anger and the trauma, and help it come to your conscious mind, raise your awareness about what it is that you feel uncertain about, fearful about. I've had many people ask questions about moving, health challenges, wealth, relationship, business, career, even life purpose. You can actually also simply just ask the runes, what do I need to know today? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read 3 cards. I am going to do a short ritual in honor of the full moon and specifically the goddess Brigid, and I'll explain that in a second. And you'll want a pen and paper. In fact, this is a great time if you don't already have one. You will need a candle. So I have my lit solar plexus chakra candle here. And then go ahead and either sage or Palo Santo or mugwort, whatever is your saging mechanism to cleanse and clear, to smudge. And if you're tuning in live, please comment below, #live, where you're tuning in from, city, state, country. You're in for a treat. You cannot be driving. I just want to remind you. So go ahead and cleanse and clear. You want to be grounded in a chair and sitting with your journal, taking notes and being able to receive messages that come from your divine self. We are fully human and fully divine. And the ancestors always worked with the power of the moon. The full moon is tomorrow, February 1st. It's also Imbolc. which is what the pagans called a quarter holiday, halfway in between the winter solstice and the spring equinox, February 1st. It's also why we actually have the Groundhog Day thing going on. Monday is Groundhog Day. It's also the 2-2 portal. A very powerful time. The month of February is insane. I'm going to type in the comments. I'm not going to go through it now. There's a lot of astrology. There's eclipse season. The year of the horse starts in February. So this is like the last 2 weeks before we transition into the Chinese New Year of the horse. So even though numerology says, we're in the year, a 1 year, 2026 added up together is 10, but down to 1 is the lowest common denominator there. We're still in the shedding cycle of the snake from 2025. As you see what's happening on the planet. And February is supposed to be the most potent, powerful, life-altering month of the year. So you got to be ready. You got to be in your daily practice. You got to be consulting with a spiritual teacher, guide, coach, mentor who's grounded and knows what they're doing, because there's a lot of people out there who are not grounded and really are posers and gurus and teachers that you don't want to follow. I've unfollowed a lot of them myself personally, recognizing that all of my answers lie within. And Brigid is the goddess of Imbolc, the holiday that is tomorrow, February 1st. She's the goddess of fire, the goddess of poetry, healing, and sacred craft. So that's also why we honor fire on this full moon. Full moon is about shedding and releasing and letting go. And it's a full moon in Leo, which is very much about fire, courage, authentically, unashamedly, unabashedly being your authentic self, which is why we have so many people out there speaking their truth now. Age of Aquarius energy and Leo energy. And if you've been hiding your light, just biting your tongue, not speaking your truth, not also being in creation. Leo is a lot about creative fire, a lot about creative energy and flow and action-oriented stuff. This is really the time it's best to start thinking about a business plan, not January 1st, but February 1st. And as you're starting to plant seeds for spring, which is the true new year, the spring equinox and April 1st is really more the true new year. So don't worry if you're feeling stagnant right now. It's actually a great time, winter, to introspect, hibernate, and get clear on what it is that you really, really want, because you're still shedding and getting ready for the year of the horse. And the year of the horse, you want to be as light as possible of baggage, shadows, traumas, fears, anger, and grief, which is a huge thing of what's going on in our country right now. And so being aware of that, let's go into our runes reading. Let's firmly plant our 2 feet on the ground and close your eyes. Let's take 2 inhales. Go ahead and inhale through the nose, inhale deep. Holding at the top. Sipping a little more air through the straw. And sighing it out. Inhale one more time, even deeper. Feel the belly and chest rise. Inhale. And exhale. Dropping into your heart and asking your higher self, your divine self, your inner child, what is it that you want clarity on today in health, wealth, relationships, or simply what do you want the runes to share today? Ask that question out loud or silently in your head as I shuffle. And now I'm going to pull 3 cards and then I'll do, again, this is a general reading. Take the best and leave the rest. The most important thing is that you have your journal handy. Go ahead, eyes open. Here is the first card. Speak to me, through me for their house. Your question in mind. Here's the first rune. Take a look at it and see what thought, feeling, memory, or emotion comes through. Now is the second rune. I'm going to show you all 3, and then I'm going to do the reading. Here's the next. And the third and final. Again, don't overthink it, just see what bubbles up to the surface. Thought, feeling, memory, or emotion. Okay, and you can always pause these to take a look longer. I like to do the reading succinctly, so you can always come back and do it a second time. So I'm going to do an overall reading and see what it comes through additionally for you. So I'm going to show you this one, first one again. You can even pause and draw it if you'd like. This one is throu. Throu is about finances, money, which is very interesting because of what's happening right now. There's a lot of conversation around the barter system coming back, around morally doing the right thing for other humans. The government for far too long has controlled our money, and money itself is neutral. Yes, it's, some people call it a form of energy. Wealth is usually the top 1% of any country, right? So the rich keep getting richer, the poor keep getting poorer, and that is actually part of the challenges that are going on with immigration and peaceful protests and all of the things. So what this is telling me with this full moon, remember, full moon in Leo is about courage, standing up for yourself, speaking your truth, and authentically being you. If you're in the business realm of any kind, you know, this is about really shining your light and getting clear and speaking your truth to create your wealth. If you have financial issues, lots of scarcity, fear, maybe your bank account is not very fat right now or very, very lean, maybe even in the negative, this is the time to go back to the basics, ask for help. Being able to go in and collaborate and partner with someone in creating wealth. A lot of these intentional communities are coming up, and the people with no money are working with those who have the money, and everybody's got different gifts and skill sets. Our new wealth is not money. Our new wealth in this Aquarian age is, what are your skills? What are your gifts? What are your abilities? What is your wealth? Maybe even what is your relationship with wealth? Maybe really sit with that and let the shit go from your past, your ancestors. A lot of scarcity, fear, and lack in our ancestry, and that's being shown right now on the planet. Is how can you bring new wealth into your life this year? And the second card, I'm going to show that now. Take a look at it one more time. This is Kanaz, and following throu, Kanaz is about enlightenment. It's about learning. It's lighting a fire, which again is courage, Leo, energy. Where can you light a fire inside of yourself with wisdom, knowledge? Maybe there's an old skill you've let lie dormant. Maybe there's something you get to study to increase your skills and your earning potential. And again, I'm not even talking just about money. It's like, how can you partner and collaborate with someone and share resources? Wealth and knowledge, to me, are the same thing. Knowledge is power, and wisdom is the application of that knowledge. So, are you willing to speak and make money? Are you willing to learn and don't even have to get a certification? But like me with the runes, I started working with the runes and did it for free, and then I started getting paid for it. That was an example of Kanaz in my life. Getting my Kundalini Yoga certification was a wisdom tool that now I can monetize. I have a wisdom circle today for women, and it's Kundalini yoga and all sorts of magical things for the full moon. So where can you leverage your knowledge and wisdom to create more wealth? Where can you speak your truth more and your wisdom, Leo, and make more money and or partner and collaborate in a way that is win-win? And lastly, Manaz was the third one. Take one more look at this. So Manaz is also in supported with this whole reading. Again, general reading, take the best, leave the rest. It's more what comes up for you than even what I say, but it's a good co-creation here today. Manaz is a lot about the Aquarian energy. It is about personal and self development and being a sum of a larger whole. Really owning your personal development, owning your skills and abilities, and being socially responsible with that, and going out and making an impact. Again, peacefully protesting could be an example of that. I know there was big nationwide peaceful protests yesterday, January 30th in our country. However, what else can you do? Like for me, I'm going to Minneapolis on Monday. I teach yoga. I work in grief and anger management therapies and different modalities and shadow work. I'm going to offer up and be of service my gifts and my skills that I've personally developed for free to be a one part of a larger whole. So think about that. Again, in summary, and I'll pull one clarifying card with Fehu, Kenaz, and Manaz. It is all about, with this Leo full moon, what are you letting go of that maybe you're holding back in your gifts, holding back in your abilities that can bring you and other groups wealth? How can you shine your light in the world of darkness and make an impact in the larger whole? So that would be where you're going to go with your intention. And I'm going to pull a bonus card from the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. And again, if you're new to my channel, I see a few eyeballs. Feel free to comment below what you liked best about this reading. Hashtag live, city, state, and country, or hashtag replay. Where are you tuning in from? Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And we have a eclipse season is right around the corner. I have lots of things that I'm going to be doing in the month of February to help bring awareness to that. So for today, the bonus card, oh yeah, this is so beautiful. I'm not going to read the card or the reading that goes along with it. I'm just going to share. It's Freya, the goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. I spend my time wisely. Write that down if it calls to you. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. So she is the goddess of discernment. She's a Viking goddess, very, 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 very prevalent in Minneapolis, Minnesota right now, and St. Paul and the surrounding area. So what this is telling me, in summary, she is all about discernment. So if you haven't been listening to that small, still voice inside of you, if you've been biting your tongue, which is the shadow of Leo, if you have not been authentically speaking your truth and going along to get along, right? Let that shit go. That's people pleasing. That's unfortunately what a lot of us as sheeple have done in our country of US for so long. And so many people are done and fed up and discerning differently and going inside to get the answers, not just blindly listening to the government or the church or whatever institution that may have been causing pain and suffering in your life. I've got some people live. Hello. Yeah, if you have a question, I don't really have, unfortunately, time for questions today. If you want to, you can just write it and I will reply. I do read my comments. I will respond when I have the opportunity. Okay. Because I want to get to and finish with a full moon Imbolc short and sweet ritual. So you can join me. And I said at the beginning, so if you don't have this, pause the recording. If you're watching the replay, you'll need a candle for this ritual. Okay. So what I want you to do is sit comfortably. We're going to close with the ritual and then I'm going to end the stream. And again, if you're joining us late, just go ahead and watch from the beginning again. And you'll need a candle, a journal, and a pen. And of course, do the reading and then do this ritual. You don't want to miss the reading before doing the ritual because whatever just came up for you in the reading, you may even want to pause and just process what those 3 card runes meant for you and the Freya card. So ultimately, we're going to close your eyes, feet firmly planted on the ground. You can be crossed if you're in a chair or on the floor. You can be in lotus position. And actually, I'm going to put the card down. I want left hand on the heart and right hand could either be on your solar plexus or your belly button navel. And I want you to close your eyes if they're not closed already. We're going to do 3 slow breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And I want you to think these words silently in your head as I say them. Go ahead and inhale, I am safe. Exhale, I arrive to my truth today. Second time, inhale, quietly think, I am safe. Inhale. Exhale, I arrive to my truth today. Inhale one more time, I am safe. Inhale deeply. Exhale, I arrive to my truth today. Feeling your body soften and relax. Go ahead and just visualize roots like a tree growing from your feet or the base of your root chakra, if you know what that is, going into the ground beneath you, all the way to the center of the earth. Feel really grounded and arriving into your body. And then if you haven't already, open your eyes and light your candle, lighting it slowly and intentionally and speaking this out loud. I call in sacred fire, the fire of creation. I call in sacred fire, the fire of creation. Next, repeating after me, the fire of truth, the fire of truth, the fire that warms without burning, the fire that warms without burning. And lastly, I open this ritual in love. I open this ritual in love. May only what serves my highest good be present. Again, repeating after me, what only serves me and my highest good be present. So now you can have one candle or one hand on the candle and one hand on your heart and repeat after me. We're going to call in Brigid, the goddess of Imbolc, goddess of fire, creativity, and ritual. Repeating after me slowly, beloved Brigid, flame keeper, poet, healer, midwife of new beginnings. I welcome you into my circle. And take a deep breath in. Repeating after me or not, you can just simply listen to my words or speak them out loud. Repeat after me. Brigid of the Forge, who shapes raw metal into sacred tools, forge my fear into courage. Courage of the Leo lion. Brigid of the Hearth, who keeps the flame of home and devotion. Ignite my inner fire. Brigid of the Well, whose waters heal and renew. Wash away what no longer belongs. If you want to, you can close your eyes if they aren't closed and just feel the fire, the flame, the Leo energy, the Brigid energy. Warm, steady, encouraged, not forcing, just allowing, seeing if anything comes through. And now, if you don't already have it, place your left hand on your heart. Repeat after me. This is the full moon in Leo. The moon of courage, visibility, and soul expression. And now I'm going to ask a couple questions. You can respond silently in your heart or ask them inside of your heart. Where have I been dimming my light? You can ask yourself, where have I been dimming my light, whether it's in relationships, work, career, community? Where am I ready to be seen? Asking yourself, where am I ready to be seen? I'll give you a few moments of silence to hear any responses. And it's okay if you even want to hit the pause button and write those questions down. You can journal if you want to. I'm going to continue along. Now speaking, repeating after me. I honor the fire within me. I honor my creativity, my joy, my leadership. And you can look at the flame of your fire if you'd like, or close your eyes if you don't have a light or a fire, and just imagine a golden flame inside your heart, your lion or lioness heart. And repeat after me. It is safe for me to shine. My joy is sacred. My voice matters. Let's do that 2 more times. Repeat after me. It is safe for me to shine. My joy is sacred. My voice matters. Last time. It is safe for me to shine. My joy is sacred. My voice matters. Take a nice deep inhale. Inhale deep. Exhale. This is your full moon in Leo medicine ritual. I'm going to close with a question that you can journal as I silently close this ritual. Since Imbolc is the first stirring of spring, it's the very, very humble beginnings. You know, the groundhog will either see its shadow or not, regardless, according to the calendar anyway. The timeline says we have 6 more weeks until spring. So the spring equinox. And of course, eclipse season is in there, so just be careful. Final journal prompt is, what wants to be reborn through me? What wants to be reborn through me? And see what bubbles to the surface. You could do a fire ceremony, you could do another meditation. However, this also will suffice as your full moon Imbolc ritual. Thank you for attending. I just want to acknowledge you for those showing up to the live. You can follow me, subscribe on YouTube, Misty Magdalena Grace. You can also find me at magdalenagrace.com. Comment below with questions. I do read all my comments and questions. I will reply usually within 2 to 3 days. I am traveling to Minneapolis. Of course, I would love to see anybody in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Email me, info@magdalenagrace.com. I'm going to be there, boots on the ground, serving and supporting that beautiful city. And if you also saw value in this today, hit the share button, or, you know, take the link and share it with people that you know who are hurting, especially anyone that's been impacted by what's going on in the U.S. Just want to send you so much love and gratitude for taking care of yourself, choosing you at this full moon time. It's a very, very intense Aquarian age time right now on the planet. So make sure that you are gentle and kind with yourself. Full moon is oftentimes police and firemen and psych wards are busier, hospitals are busier. So just be really, really kind to yourself and others, and be mindful. And especially the month of February is going to be the most pivotal month in our history of our planet, our country, if you're in the US, but I believe all countries are influenced by this. So again, remember, as above, so below, as within, so without. Journey well, my friends. Until next time, here's to your best health, your best wealth, by trusting your best wisdom within. Bye-bye for now.
Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Hire Magdalena for a runes reading or healing session by emailing support@microdosingforhealth.com.